Welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. So, Jay, some interesting news that dropped here on Twitter that I thought you and I can get together and discuss very quickly, and that is Jaron Ennis. Now, we have been speculating in terms of when Geron Ennis was going to return to the ring, and it seems like he was supposed to return to the ring on March 30th. Now, that opponent was supposed to be Mario Barrios, which we had heard that name since, I believe, either early this year or late last year, something like that. So we had been hearing the Mario Barrios name, that he was potentially in line to face Geron Ennis next. And they were supposed to, or at least they were hoping to have that fight on March 30th. Unfortunately, although Mario Barrios did accept the fight, he said he needed a little bit more time. So now they're looking at the possibility of Boots being on the undercard of Canelo Alvarez, which would be a very good look for him, just considering you want to get more eyeballs on that level of talent. Exactly. Now, it's interesting because we saw Steven Espinosa comment on this, and he commented specifically on, I believe it was, and this was a video from Bozy where he was talking about this, and I want to say it was by way of YSM, but I'm not sure. Shout out to YSM Sports Media. We love what they're doing over there. But 4 fights were presented to Jaron Ennis, and only Mario Barrios accepted the fight. And this is what we've been talking about for quite some time. Jaron Ennis gets criticized for not having the quote-unquote requisite resume in order to get some of the big fights. However, no one will actually get into the ring with him. And you got to get an opportunity to showcase your skill set in order to show that you belong on that platform. So in one breath, we're saying, no. He doesn't get an opportunity because he hasn't done anything, which I don't necessarily think that's true. But on one breath, he hasn't done anything according to some of the detractors. But then in another breath, no one will actually give him an opportunity. You're saying, nope, he shouldn't get an opportunity. Which one is it? I just think the kid is very dangerous, and I know a lot of people know that. And they're just not willing to get into the ring with him right now until his profile is a little bit bigger. But again, how do you get your profile bigger unless somebody give you an opportunity? Like, for instance, Errol Spence. Right. Errol was in a similar situation until Kell Brook gave him the opportunity. Somebody has to give Geron Ennis the opportunity to showcase those skills, Jay. What's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, I was just looking over some stuff that Steven Espinosa had tweeted. I didn't realize Boots has fought 8 times since 2020. Mm-hmm. And that's included during the pandemic, so people can't say he's inactive on his own, on his fault. Like, to your point, and Boze's point, a lot of people pulled out. We know last year for the belt, the IBF, the vacant IBF, once Terrence Crawford was stripped of the IBF title, it was supposed to be between Boots and Cody Crowley. That was supposed to be, I believe, in November or December last year. Cody Crowley pulled it out. So Boots can't help that. That's why he got the belt like he did. He wanted to fight for it. He's even said before he wanted to fight for it. Bozy's even said they want to fight for it. They didn't want it this way, but people are going to say what they're going to say. Like, oh, he just wanted email champion. That's not how those guys roll. Those gentlemen roll over there. To your point, the Mario Barrios, March 30th, Mario pulled out. It can't. That's not on Boots. People realize the potential of Boots, and he's high risk, low reward right now.
Let's correct something. Let's correct something. He didn't necessarily pull out. He said he needed more time. So I don't want to say he pulled out. It seems like it's getting pushed.
Yeah, that's backing out for whatever reason. Cody Crowley said the same. Cody Crowley said he wasn't ready for it. Stanionis wasn't in the running for it, but Stanionis said, like, early on, I believe Stanionis said this in December. He's like,
aren't they?
He'll fight Boots.
But they're pushing Mario Barrios' fight to May. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so They didn't say who it was in May. Those never said who it was in May. They never said if it's rescheduled for Mario Barrios from March 3rd to May on Canelo's undercard or not. They didn't say who it would be. But Stanionis would have been a great fight. But Stanionis has been inactive, not to his fault or any fault of his own, due to Virgil Ortiz having his own health issues, and Stanionis had a health issue at one point. So Stanionis said he'll fight Boots. He just needs 1 or 2 tune-ups. So I understand that if you want to fight someone of that stature, you want to make sure you're on your A game as well. But this ain't Boots' fault that he's been inactive since his last fight, against Roman Villa. That's not his fault. He's been trying. So I mean, I'm hoping Boots is definitely. I saw Boots posted this saying he'll see us soon. He's in the lab or whatnot. So I'm hoping this time it's going to be official soon for him to be fighting and whoever he fights, whereas Mario Barrios, reschedule Mario Barrios, Cody Crowley, whoever it may be. I just hope it's someone that stays with the fight. You know, that's what I want to see, because we need to see Boots back in the ring.
Yeah, I kind of interpreted it, and I know we're reading it and we're getting two different interpretations of it. I interpreted it as that they were going to actually push the fight to because they literally mentioned that Mario Barrios accepted it. He's just saying that he needs more time. So I interpreted that as a situation where they are pushing it out. You are interpreting it as they're just pulling out. So I just wanted to make that clear. I think
it's not conclusive that they're rescheduling that to May. You know, Mario Barrios said, "I need more time." You know, what does that mean? Does that mean that you need a month? Does that mean you need 2 months, 3 months? What does that mean? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm not saying Mario Barrios was trying to avoid Boots. He said that he had something going on in his family, like he had a birth of his child or whatnot, and you know that's respectable. I respect that. So it's not like he just said, "No, I don't want to fight you. You're too much of a risk." You know, that's not what Mario Barrios, because I don't think that's how Mario Barrios is wired, based on who Mario Barrios is fought. You know, Mario Barrios, I think he wants to prove himself. I think he's ready for a Boots challenge as well. He's fought Ugas, he's fought Thurman, he's fought Tank. So I mean, those aren't easy fights. You know, I know he lost 2 out of 3, but those aren't easy fights for him just to step up and fight him. You know what I'm saying? And he looked damn good against Ugas. So I hope it's a reschedule versus him just saying, "Nah, I don't want this fight right now. It's going, spin the block later on." I'm hoping it's a reschedule.
Well, we'll see. You know, like I said, I interpreted it as, and no, they did not explicitly state that Mario Barrios would be the opponent on Canelo's undercard, but they said that that's what they were looking at. And I just assumed, or I'm interpreting that if he's the one that accepted and he's saying that he needs more time, then I would anticipate that the May fight would make sense. But if it's not Mario Barrios, then I'm not sure who it might be. I mean, four different opponents that they've tried to get into the ring with Jaron Ennis, and none of them are really accepting the opportunity to fight him. I mean, it's I don't know, man. If I'm Team Ennis, I'm fairly concerned about the inability to get opponents in the ring. It's almost like you feel like Kid needs to go in there and show a bunch of weaknesses in order for somebody to get into the ring with him. You know,
he did.
He did what?
He did show a weakness against Geron. You know, having trouble cutting off the ring a little bit with him. You know, that's when I thought people were going to try to get at them, because they like everyone like, yeah, he dominated the fight, but we saw some issues and concerns about him not being able to cut off the ring fully against someone like Geron. So we like, what if he fights someone that's another mover or boxer? What's going to happen then with higher IQ, higher boxing power? So that would be an intriguing matchup for Boots. You know, he looked unbeatable against Roman Villa, but we all know Roman Villa was really tailor-made for his style. He even said it. So I mean, I want to see it.
Well, we'll see what is, because Mario Barrios is not going to present that challenge to Geron Ennis either. I would anticipate that you would see a lot less of a challenge with that kind of style in a future fight, just because the kid is a gym rat. But we'll see.
I agree.
You guys tell us what you think in the comments section in regards to the fact that Geron Ennis can't get a fight. Will it be Mario Barrios on the undercard of Canelo Alvarez versus whomever? Or will it be something later? We need to go ahead and see Geron Ennis get back into the ring ASAP. I think the last time he was in the ring was last April against Villa. And for a fighter like Geron Ennis, who's looking to be active, that's just too long of a stint being inactive. So we'll see what ends up happening. Don't forget to hate, like, comment, and subscribe. This is the Angry Man Podcast, AM Sports Media, and we are out.